Welcome. For those who don't know, this is Reverend Emoja Ajabu, your host for After Naked Truth. This program is dedicated to stripping the clothes off of well-dressed lies walking around here as the truth. This program is X-rated. It's X-rated because the truth will not have on any clothes. So if you got anybody in the room who is anti the truth, who cannot stand the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, get them out of the room right now. Because the truth will not have on any clothes. Last week I spoke about the presidential race concerning Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. And in that message, I made the point of how I, as a black man in America, pretty much have always voted basically Democratic. And I spoke to a number of people who have done the same. And I asked them the question, when you look at what you have gotten for voting Democratic, can you tell me what that is? To the man and woman, nobody could speak specifically to anything particularly that they gained from voting Democratic. Donald Trump, the Republican nominee for president, has asked specifically African Americans, what do you have to lose? Well, if you can't point to anything that you have gotten for voting Democratic, then I would say that that's a good question. Most of us have bought into the well-dressed lie that Republicans, specifically Donald Trump, is a racist and don't care anything about black people. And Hillary called anybody or 50% of the people that support him as being a basket of deplorables. Well, I don't know who she's talking about. And don't get it twisted. Just because I'm saying that we need to look at what Trump is saying, that doesn't mean that I'm a supporter of him. Nor should you take that to mean that I am a supporter of Hillary Clinton. I'm saying that at this point that Trump has made clear that in order for someone to be elected to the presidency of the United States of America, they have to have the black vote. Hillary needs more of the black vote than Trump, but both of them need the black vote. So I'm saying if we are looking at this election strategically, and we've been taken for granted by the Democratic Party because we can't point to anything specifically that we have gotten for our vote to the Democratic Party, then we ought to start playing both ends against the middle. If it takes both of them to have a black support, then we should be getting something for our support. That's the rules of politics. And so I had advanced last program that if they wanted our support, for them to not give us a gift, but put $5 million into Citizens Trust Bank in Atlanta and let black entrepreneurs go to that bank and get loans, entrepreneurs, and then the entrepreneurs can not depend on anybody, but can depend on their own wherewithal to get a loan, start a business, and then they can put our people to work from our own efforts. And not only did I challenge Donald Trump and or Hillary Clinton to do that, or both of them can do it. Then I can start talking about, or we can start talking about, who should we support for this election. But the key is that we don't need to be putting ourselves and making ourselves dependent on anybody. Our goal should be to become as independent as we can. And we can become independent by pooling our resources into a black bank and letting our entrepreneurs go there and get the loans, justify the loans, and create businesses that will put us to work. What do you think? Now, I'm telling you, I'm getting ready to strip the clothes off of a well-dressed lie. So if you got anybody in the room that can't handle the truth, get them out of the room right now. Amen. Because I'm getting ready to go into the situation with, no, let me not do that right yet. Because I was saying, getting ready to go into Kaepernick. And I called him Kaepernick, and somebody corrected me. They say his name is Kaepernick. But when I was in English, and there was an E after a vowel, and his name is spelled K-A-E, then the E was silent, and the vowel took on the long A sound. So it's Kaepernick, but evidently he pronounces his name differently, and I don't want to disrespect him by mispronounces his name. So let me say Kaepernick, and if I revert back to my English training, y'all forgive me because it's a mistake of the head and not of the heart, because I mean no disrespect to him or anybody else. But the point that I want to go to is I was watching, or today, recently, today, Barack Obama, President Obama, was campaigning for Hillary Clinton in Philadelphia. And at about the same time, Donald Trump was campaigning for himself in Iowa. I was listening to what both of them were saying, and I noticed in Barack Obama's words, delivery, never did he ask for African American support of Hillary Clinton. I deduct from that observation that Barack is anticipating that the black vote is locked up for Hillary. In other words, he's taken for granted that Hillary Clinton will get our vote. This has been the issue all along. And because the Democratic Party can take our vote for granted, we can continue to look at what we have gotten for that support, and the answer to what we have gotten for that support keeps coming up zero. It's time for that to stop. Donald Trump, in his delivery, specifically said that he wanted to do something about the economic situation that black people find ourselves in this country. He was saying that give him a chance. He will change that. I'm saying that we ought to tell them both how how we want it to be changed. Now let me do something right here, because I have some people that support me. And this show is actually underwritten by Cento Shoes, located 1 block south of Monument Circle at 33 South Meridian, next to Hard Rock Cafe in Indianapolis. It's a place to go get old school clean. They have Italian knits, Stacy Adams, walking suits with long pants and shorts, 3/4 and full length genuine leather coats. You get the picture. And they also have free layaway. They are also a full shoe repair shop, best spit shine in the town. They repair handbags, purses, belts, jackets, from zippers to strap, reconditioning, and more. They even have a free parking zone right across the street. Their phone number is area code 317-632-5710. If you want to know more information about Cento Shoes, Google them. Let me get back to where I was. Now, we have obviously been taken for granted by the Democratic Party. And we need to be, and when I say we, I'm talking about African Americans, because Donald Trump has made it clear that nobody can win the presidency of the United States of America without black support. If he gets 20% black support, then he beats Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton has got to have 90% of our support in order to win. I'm saying that we ought to be negotiating on who's going to come up with the best deal. But when we look at the best deal, we ought to be telling them that we don't want to hand out, we want to hand up. Put that $5 million in a black bank and let our entrepreneurs go to that bank and justify a loan so that we might be able to put ourselves to work. Now, let me say one more thing that is really interesting about this race, and it concerns these emails, and I see the black pundits who are speaking about the race and assuming that black people are going to vote Democratic. They say that we are not concerned about those emails. Well, I'm saying that we should, because today there was a hearing in the Senate concerning the emails, and one of the people who was a former State Department IT specialist who set up Hillary Clinton's private server ignored a subpoena to appear before the committee. Now look at that. If you were subpoenaed to court and you did not show up, then you would have a warrant put out for your arrest. What they call it, an attachment. But this guy, because he's hooked up with Hillary Clinton, can ignore a subpoena from Congress, which is even stronger, more powerful than a subpoena from a court, and he had the audacity to not go. Now, if they don't put him in jail, then you can go back to what Donald Trump has been saying all along. The system is rigged. But we didn't need Donald Trump to tell us that. We know the system is rigged. And we know that because police can shoot us down in the middle of the street, unarmed, running away, And the police officer won't be charged with murder, won't even be charged, won't even have to go through an administrative hearing to where it's that he's held responsible. He'll keep his job, and more than likely on his job, he will be honored, get a medal. So we know the system's rigged, but this is an opportunity for us to look at the system being rigged at the highest levels of this U.S. government. This is what Kaepernick is saying that he's kneeling down for during the national anthem because he's sick and tired of this game as usual. People are saying that Kaepernick is disrespecting the men and women who fought so that America could be free. I would beg to differ. I am Reverend Emoji Ajabu. I'm a vet, a decorated veteran. I fought in theater in the Vietnam War. Our unit was so close to the action that we lost people. We were supporting the Big Red One, which was the infantry that was on the ground in those jungles. We was hauling in food and ammunition and clothes and fuel so that they could have what they needed in order to conduct themselves like they needed to conduct themselves in fighting that war. We lost people. Smitty, out of Alabama, I think he was. Junior, little white boy out of Kentucky. Yeah. Now, Junior, I don't think he died, but he showed up, took a couple of bullets in the chest. Smitty dead in the door there. And as a veteran, we fought so that American citizens could have the freedoms that Kaepernick is experiencing by kneeling down to protest the way that police are getting away with shooting people down in the street. Now, this is a point that you got to hear about the police. The police said that if the 49ers organization does not chastise Kaepernick, then they're not going to pull security. The last time I looked, the overwhelming majority of people in the stands at the 49ers home games is white people. So if the police do not pull security, then what they are doing is they putting everybody's life in jeopardy, because a gathering like that is a prime or a very good venue for someone to carry out a terrorist attack. So if the security does not pull security, then it has put everybody's life in jeopardy. In essence, what they're saying is the police are a protected class, and you cannot jeopardize or you cannot criticize the police. Now, if you happen to criticize the police on the streets, then the police will make you a criminal. Because the police will say and act and make a point that if they say something, it's the law. It's illegal. Just because they said it, it's the law. And because they have said it, then you're supposed to follow their direction. The Constitution don't say that. The Constitution says that the government is supposed to be of the people, by the people, for the people. Not something to dictate to the people. The people are supposed to dictate to the government. The police as government employees are to protect and serve, whether they agree with what you are doing or not. But now the police are actually moving in a way that they can criminalize you just because of your words. And we have seen it. And if you don't bow to their order, whether it is legit or not, then they will actually, at some times, take your life. Kaepernick is saying that he's tired of that. He wants to do something about that. People will criticize him and say, oh, he shouldn't be doing that, doing the national anthem. He's getting paid $20 million a day. Or excuse me, his contract is $20 million a year. And he shouldn't be doing that because that is disrespectful. Well, as a veteran, a decorated veteran, and I'm not the only one, there's many veterans that I talk to who support what he's done because that's the reason why we fought. That's the essence of the First Amendment. The First Amendment says you have the right to speak whether people like what you're saying or not. Let me take another break right here to speak about another organization that underwrites this program. Jalo's Restaurant specializes in African and Caribbean cuisine along with unique blend of international delights. They are located behind Myers and next to Planet Fitness at 5130 West 38th Street in Indianapolis. Jalo's is committed to serving you plenty of great tasting food with warm hospitality. Jerk chicken, tilapia, oxtails, lamb. Oh, Lord. Their number is area code 317-870-3230. You can visit their website at www.jalos, and that's spelled JIALLOS.com to learn more. Let me continue. People are questioning Kaepernick's tactics of kneeling during the national anthem as the game starts. So they said he should do it another way. Well, I'm with the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, who says that he's doing it the right way. When you look at what happened in Dallas, the veteran that was there, who was sick of the police action shootings, Michael Xavier Johnson, he went there and he killed 5 police officers. Is that what you would rather for Kaepernick to do? Kaepernick is saying, no, I'm not going to be violent, but I am going to find a way to express my dislike of how the police are getting off shooting down, basically, in his opinion, people of African descent. Now, I take the position that the issue, even though it has race implication, it's not a race issue, because the police is putting everyone's life in jeopardy when they say that because he is exercising his First Amendment, his constitutional right, that they're going to pull security off of everybody. This is what I want to, and I'm fast coming to an end, and I got to get this in. I want Kaepernick, who says that he's going to give his first $1 million of salary to organizations that are fighting this police community relation. I'm saying, Kaepernick, use your degree in business and don't give the money to these organizations. Put the money in an endowment in a black bank. And as you put the money in this endowment, or you create this endowment, and that endowment starts generating interest, use that interest for entrepreneurs to be able to go and create businesses and put people to work. When you talk about the crime within the African American community, or any community, you can pretty much tie it to the economic situation. People that are doing well, who are making a gainful living, do not go out here shooting and creating crime. So if people are not creating crime, then that should minimize the interaction with the police. In fact, I think that police on the street should not have the right to make the decision on the street on who lives or dies. Take the gun from them. But that's another show, and I will get into that. Let me continue here. Brother Kaepernick, now for those who support you and don't have the nerve to take the knee, they can put monies within the foundation, and now the money is not given away, the money is put to work. And the interest generated off of the money, the organizations that actually are doing the fighting can come to the foundation and say, okay, we want money, or make proposals to the foundation, say we want more money to do these type of things. And then you can make a decision on who has the best plan to stop these police from moving toward a police state, to whereas that we can start moving toward a state of independence. I also have found out that the rank and file, because the demonstration has to move off the field on into the stands and into the streets. The masses can help the endowment by purchasing your jersey. Your jersey, shoot, that thing goes for $99. But 2/3 of that money comes back to you. So if we start buying the jerseys of the NFL players that are taking part in trying to stop this unnecessary death on the streets, then you got money to put into the endowment. That's free money. And we can help by supporting you. I got to go. And I got so much more to say. But I am stripping the clothes off of these well-dressed lives. Brother, keep doing what you're doing, because you have support. I looked at the game last night. People wanted to take selfies with you. The other players was coming up, shaking your hand and things. Brother, your support is there. You are in the legacy of Muhammad Ali, and you should continue. So we will see you next week, Wednesday, every Wednesday, 8:30 to 9 on 91.9. You have been listening to After Naked Truth.